Hello my friends, it's Samarelis. I'm going to try something a little different today. I am going to do a drawing summary, I guess, but I am going to show what I do for the different thumbnails for my Pokemon Let's Play series for Sun. The first thing I'm going to do is, after I'm done editing my video, I go ahead and start uploading it to YouTube because I don't have a super great internet connection. A lot of times it takes several hours just to upload this. I already started this about an hour ago and there's still a little more of an hour left. But the reason why I do this is because I kind of have commitment issues where like I'll open my drawing software and then end up not actually doing my thumbnail. So if I give myself a time limit like this where I'm like, oh no, I have to finish drawing this thumbnail before this upload finishes, it actually gets done. So this is kind of a way to trick myself. Then what I do is go ahead and look at the episode and which Pokemon are the most prominent. Usually it's going to be my A team, and in that case it's less work for me because I don't have to redraw very much. But in this case I did use my B team, so I'm going to be drawing pretty much my entire team from scratch. And what I'll do here is look at the ones I use the most. So I usually only want to have 6 Pokemon in my thumbnail. It's hard to fit much else in there anyway. So Pokemon like Drowsy, which is in this video, I won't actually be drawing Drowsy because I think I just stuck Drowsy in at the very end of my team to do some experience share leveling because it was very low leveled. I think it started at level 7 or something. So I will not be drawing Drowsy, but I will be using the ones that fought in many battles or maybe specially evolved throughout the episode. So as you can see here, I've already gone ahead and looked at the different Pokemon I've decided here. So it will be Lurantis, Poliwag, Matang, Mankey, Parasect, and Herdier. And the reason why I look them up is not only so I can have an image reference, because most of the time I don't actually know how to draw these Pokemon immediately, but also so I can kind of look up their general height. Lurantis I thought was really tall because of the Captain MacLeod trial in the Lush Jungle, where like in the cutscene the Lurant was literally as tall as my child, my 11-year-old child, and I was like, oh, it must be at least 4 feet tall then. But that's not true. Lurantis is actually only like, yeah, 2'11", so I guess almost 3 feet. Still nowhere near as tall as an 11-year-old child, who's probably going to be around 4 feet at least. I know when I was growing up, I pretty much reached max height in middle school, but again, I am on the shorter side, so I had my moments of glory as one of the tallest in the class for most of my younger days. So things like that, where Lurantis, I find out, is only 3 feet tall, and that Parasect is also like more than 3 feet big, so this big old mushroom is bigger than the Lurantis. So things like that, or like Matang is, I don't think it shows its height. Oh no, yeah, it's 3'11", so almost 4 feet. Apparently 446 pounds of just solid metal. So that's fun. And when I do that, I then kind of put together a little thumbnail sketch of what I want the layout to look like, because I'm not reusing any Pokemon. So I usually do this sketch on paper, but I'll kind of show you guys a quick little sketch I might do. We'll pretend this is kind of like a thumbnail size, and first of all I'm going to have my little person in the middle. I usually don't really change this very much, and for here just do a basic outline. I find out that Parasect is kind of one of my biggest Pokemon, so I'm going to start with the big Pokemon first to kind of fill up the space. Matang is my next big Pokemon, so I'll go ahead and fill that in here. It almost looks exactly like Parasect in terms of like very basic layout. It has the little things in front here. I'm thinking of where to put my Lurantis, because I know like this part right here is pretty much reserved for the Sun logo, and right here is reserved for the number, so I don't want to cover too much. Mankey, maybe I'll throw as like a little fluff ball, an angry fluff ball. I think I can fit in Lurantis, maybe like right here. Well, maybe have it sitting on Matang. That'll be kind of a fun interaction. So I don't really know what Lorantis looks like. I just know it's kind of vaguely human shaped with like its claw things. I think I'll just put the dog here. That's fine. Black dog. An ill omen. Okay, I'll put him right there, and then I'll have Poliwag sit in my lap, have its little tail go out right there. So here's my layout. It's very beautiful. It is exactly what you want to see, right? So this is my plan, and then after this, I'm gonna go ahead and start drawing. Alright, so what I have pulled up now is one of my older thumbnails that I've already done. The one I'm using right here is one with my Lapras ride gear. So I have some layers separated out already. Unfortunately, I did not record what I did for my very first base layer, so you won't see me drawing like the mountains or my clothes or any of my trainer stuff. Kind of interesting right here is the body. So if I get rid of like, well, okay, so this is extra interesting because like the helmet and stuff came after I knew about the different ride gear. So the helmet is actually on a top layer. You can see how my trainer is a little bald on top, right? Because I don't want to color in the hair for this right here. But the whole point of what I did when I was first drawing this was that I wanted to make this very versatile, kind of like a doll, actually. If you've ever thought about doing a doll maker, you do want to start with a baseline that you can go ahead and draw on easily. So like this is my basic shape that I draw on, so I don't have to redraw it every single time. So here's the base, and we have a fresh new canvas for all the Pokemon we're gonna draw. I'll just do like a speed through like I usually do for my other drawing summaries. Other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and start drawing. So this last part is the easiest. After my picture is complete, I have a setup already where I just edit the text right here. So it's going to be episode 25. The logo is already there. This is actually my very first thumbnail. So I'll delete that and move this over here to this Photoshop window. Arrange it so that it's centered. There we go. And then I'll go ahead and save this and then put it onto my YouTube upload, which should be done by now at this point. I think 1 or 2 hours, probably 2 hours passed since I started drawing this. And that's all it is in terms of what I do for thumbnails that I do. Oops, I guess this was thumbnail 26. Never mind. Okay, good catch. This whole time I thought I was doing thumbnail 25, but actually, now that I remember, thumbnail 25 didn't need me to draw anything, so that's why I thought the last one that I did was 24, because it was the last one I drew. Good thing that that happened and I saw that. So I'll go ahead and save this again as my 26th thumbnail, and then put it onto my YouTube video, and then go ahead and publish that. This is the only Let's Play series where I've done a very custom thumbnail for every single episode. To be honest, it's been an experiment. I think it's fun to see the team that I have cycling through, especially since this is the type of game where you would have a lot of different teams, and it's kind of fun to see the changes. And I am planning to put together a video at the very end when I finish my Let's Play, just to see like how all my thumbnails changed very quickly, maybe in like 2 or 3 minutes in that kind of video. So I'm excited to see that. I don't know if you guys are, but as with a lot of things, I do a lot of videos on what makes me happy, and if it makes other people happy too, and it's what they want to see too, then that's awesome and great. So anyway, this is basically how my process goes for when I make my thumbnails for each of my YouTube videos. And it is a little time consuming. I don't know if I'd ever do this again, but at this point I've committed, and I want to keep doing this for my changing team. So thank you for watching. This has been Samarillis, not playing Pokemon Sun, but showing you my drawing process for what I do for my Pokemon Sun thumbnails. I hope you had a good time and that you have a great day after this. Remember to be kind to yourself and to others. Bye!